Inspiration can come from just about anywhere, and it can strike just like that. Today's no exception because I got my card making inspiration from my blouse. Yes, my Muppet top. Color blocking. 3 ways. Let's get crafting. Today is another budget-friendly card because you can use just about everything that you've got. The only specialty item is some sort of masking paper like GINA Masking Magic, or this rock, paper, scissors removable label sticker paper. And that's what I'm going to be using today, along with 3 colors of Distress Oxide. Now, the reason that I've chosen to use the removable sticker paper is because of, well, the expense. Masking Magic by GINA is fantastic, but it's also got a much larger price. So I saved that for the masking that I do for stamps that I'm going to reuse. This is just strips. So I've cut myself multiple strips, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. It doesn't matter, whatever you want. And as you can see, I'm bouncing around to decide where I want my strip, because that could be where I place a sentiment, or it could just be a separator. So I'm going to go ahead and chop off what I don't need and save that for another use. So now I just have a thinner piece of the sticker paper, and I am going to try to keep it straight. That's my biggest issue here. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that onto my cardstock. I am leaving a large enough space for a stamp that is going to also be my sentiment. Now the sky is the limit here, and you can certainly separate into as many sections as you want, but I preferred 3. It was simple, it was quick, and it's very pleasing to the eye in those odd numbers. I'm using scattered straw, Distress Oxide, and a blending brush, and I am not really paying too much attention to how I'm blending. I just want to get some ink onto the cardstock. This one is saltwater taffy, and I'm going to do the same. I'm just adding color for the sake of adding color. Now, why did I choose the colors that I chose? Well, simple. I went with basic primary color palette, so red, yellow, and blue, and I just chose, well, a pink, which is a lighter version of red, a lighter yellow, and a paler blue, because I know that they will combine when I ink blend into something beautiful. I don't have to worry about making mud. Now this is a super versatile project because any ink that you can blend, you can work with. So this one is Distress Oxide. Oxides are a hybrid ink. They are part pigment and part dye, and they have this chalky color to them. I like them because of the coverage. They're more opaque than, say, a dye ink. Dye inks tend to be transparent, but I'm also going to make a card with that dye ink, the Distress ink line, a little later so that I can show you that it really doesn't matter what you choose. For my third color, I am using Tumbled Glass, and I'm just filling in those blank spots. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and grab the yellow blending brush. I don't think I add any more ink to it. Maybe I do. We'll find out in just a second. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm just going to blend in the harsher lines between the colors and just get a softer blend. But again, it's really not necessary, and you're going to see why shortly. Hey y'all, I'm Wendy from Village Card and Craft, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because without you, I couldn't have reached my goal of 10,000 subscribers. And once again, y'all amazed me because you blew it out of the water, and we are at over 10,200 at the time of this filming. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of the Village Card and Craft community. I've got to come up with a whole new goal. Okay, with my blending done, I am going to add this sentiment. Now this is a stamp that says hope is never lost, and I'm just going to use an acrylic block. Brave of me, along with some VersaFine pigment ink. Now this is black, and I like the idea of the contrast with the silhouette. So all of my stamping is going to be with that VersaFine black onyx pigment ink. And hope I'm going to get this right the first time. So this is actually not the first time I made this card. I had a little faux pas earlier, and well, I dumped orange Gatorade over my entire workstation, my computer, my Alexa, my cable box, down the walls, you name it, everything ended up covered in orange Gatorade, including my very first attempt at this, and it totally destroyed my project. So this is my second attempt. Now, I am also using another one of these silhouette stamps from the same stamp and stencil set. This is a Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz collection stamp and stencil set. I will list all of the items that I use down below, so you can just click on the description box and it will show you everything. But trust me, you've got something in your stash that you can use. But if you like the products or you want to check them out, you're more than welcome to. I will leave them linked in the bottom. If they're still available, that is. Everything I'm using is an older product, and the reason that I did that was because, well, I want to get more out of what I already own. So this next one that I'm going to use for that top is actually 3 different stamps from a Hip Stamp Hooray set called Bloom and Grow. At least that's what I call it. I don't think I had a number for it. But I'm just going to space out some solid leaves that are in that set and go ahead and stamp those down with the same thing. Now, word to the wise, because I've already done this. I forgot that I was using pigment ink. And I forgot that it stays wet longer. And that's the beauty of pigment ink, because you can actually emboss it by adding powder over it, but you can heat set it if you want to try to get it to dry a little quicker. I forgot about that part too. I was still fuming about the orange Gatorade, not gonna lie. But I'm just spreading these out, and I'm once again being very bold in using my acrylic blocks today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that stamped down. Now, for a technique like this, the reveal is everything. But in order to keep my hands from being inky, a quick tidy up is all it takes of my glass board. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my sticker paper off. And look at the beautiful line that you get. If I can pick it back up. The crafting community always tends to be a very charitable community, and so many of you have said to me that you donate hundreds of cards every year to local functions or local organizations. And in that spirit, a subscriber has reached out to me to let me know that one of her loved ones lives in a nursing home in Alexandria, Louisiana, and they could sure use some cheering up. So if you could see it in your heart to send a thinking of you or a hello card, that would be fantastic. I'm going to include all of the information where you can send it to in the description box, and it'll be on my Facebook group. And as a special thank you for even considering sending a card and for helping me to reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers, I've created a free digital download called Thoughtful Sentiments. I will include the link at the description box as well for my digital storefront, where you can download that completely free of charge. It's 12 sentiments that are easy to use on the inside of your cards. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping out someone who could use a little cheering up. Okay, I've added a black panel for a base and then added it onto my cardstock. So I love this look. It's soft yet very bold. And of course I made a smudge. I may put a little rhinestone over that or something, but no worries, it's beautiful. All right, for the next card. I did the exact same thing with the same colors. However, I stepped this one up a bit. So all I blended was the yellow and the pink, the scattered straw and the saltwater taffy. And then I took this stencil and I put it on top and I blended my tumbled glass through it to create a pattern. And then once again, I used a silhouette stamp. I love it. You're perfect. Added a black mat and My little footprints, I love that. So this came out beautiful as well. Now this is a really old stamp set. I'm not even sure I can find that anymore, but I will look. And this last one is a monochromatic card. Now this one, I used 3 colors of pink. I used Kitsch Flamingo, Worn Lipstick, and Candied Apple. Okay. So with those 3 colors, I just went ahead and ink blended, and I used water and splattered the water on because Distress Oxide inks are water reactive. I blotted it up and dried it. And this time, instead of stamping, I used Silhouette die cuts. Now that one is one of my favorites. This is the Vault Wildflowers. And I also used the little flourishes and the butterflies, and I made 1 silver one. These are all from the Vault Boutique set. These are all fairly new from Tim Holtz. So 3 different ways to use a color blocking technique that is super simple and turns out stunning results. Check out some of my other videos that I've selected just for you. Until next time, I'll see you real soon.